Hello. Happy Monday. We are back in Timberborn. We have our Ironteeth on normal playthrough that we're going to attempt to see if we can do anything else with. We almost got wiped out the other day when we started this playthrough. It was a very rough start. I think we have it under control-ish. I say ish only because I'm not sure. We logged out in the middle of a drought. We have 4.3 days. So there's been another update to the experimental. Couple of changes. They have changed the color of badwater again. So before it was like a bright red, as I am sinking. And now it is going to be, how are they describing it? Before it was a bright red that looked like lava, and now it was too sewer colored. So they're hoping that the current color is better. They have changed the herbalist, but that doesn't apply to us because that is a folktales only. They have added animations to actually watching the beavers cut down trees. So we can actually see the tree shake as the beavers are actively attempting to cut it down. So we'll see how that looks. They did update some of the maps that hadn't gotten updated prior to the new badwater mechanic. So nothing there. They fixed a bug with the decontamination pods. They added some new sounds to the centrifuge, the grease factory, decontamination pod, badwater source, exercise plaza, and advanced breeding pod. They made some changes to key bindings. You can now preview a building before unlocking it. To unlock the building, either try placing it down on the preview mode, click the dedicated button, or hit enter with the building selected. So that'll be interesting to see. Updated icons for bad water sources, and the bad water rig. I don't know, Ajadar. I don't know what the sounds of the breeding pod. Maybe that's why they're from space. Other minor changes. They fixed a couple of bugs with beavers that were stranded, not suffering the consequences of being stranded. That's about it. So really, they changed the color of badwater. They added in animations for chopping down trees. So that's really the changes that we have here for this update. So let's remind myself what we have going on. So we have a drought. Looks like we did successfully dam up part of this. So we have some water that we can release, which is great. We have a fair bit of bad water dammed up here. Bad water source is here, so it runs down. I do want to think about trying to capture or do something with some of this bad water at some point. We have the kohlrabis. We have soybeans. We have cassava. Guessing we have these set. Okay, that's set for cassavas. This is set for soybeans, so that's good. Looking at our food, we are very tight on food right now. For our 32 beavers. I have paused all of the regular breeding pods, so apparently I was not happy with that situation. We have beavers that are actively chopping down trees, so when I unpause this, we can actually see the new animation. So let's see here. Oh yeah. Look at that. He's taking big old bites out of the tree. That's cool. All right, we have water. here. This water's going to run out. We have water here keeping this area hydrated, so that's good. All right, I think we are in a good spot water-wise. We do have 501 waters saved up. All right. Go ahead and move up to speed 2. Oh, yeah, we set up a water dump to hydrate this area over here, so that's happening. How can we better tap into the bad water? That is the question that I'm thinking about right now. I really think we need to do, like, separate it out this way with some levees. I don't know that we have... Oh, we have quite a bit of wood. We have no planks because we have no power. Well, no planks being manufactured, I should say. One open job. Do you have 8 farmers? Wow, I've got a lot of farmers. That's my solution for food, I guess. All right, so these guys are chopping down trees there. We've got these two chopping down trees here. Those died, probably because of bad water. These died because of bad water. Oh, I remember now. I was going to look into setting up like a second district over here or something for getting metal. Do I want to do that or go over here? Not sure. Let's see. What can we do to improve the water situation? Bad water. We have 401. We have unlocked the large water wheel, but it requires 80 planks. But from a... Okay, it requires 4. Would make that work. Would require that we put in levees like so. We can get our beavers working on this project. Start connecting all of this together. Yes, I know it's very far away. That should keep them busy for a little while. And then eventually we're going to want to that's going to be a pretty long-term project. And if we only had a builder's hut, we could have more of these guys. But in 2.7 days, we are going to a little bit of water in. Oh. Nine beds. Why did I pause? Oh, food. I paused the breeding because we were falling way behind on. There's nothing we can do with the cassavas and everything. So hopefully we're collecting up. We are. Can't actually start cooking it right now. Or the cassavas and the soybeans. So we're just living on kohlrabi and berry. Have 4 beavers working. Gotta think about mangrove trees. How we would... I guess we could plant mangroves here. But we would always have to keep them hydrated. Isn't it really that big of an issue right now? But I think it will end up coming. We've started overflowing into this section. Not quite enough. Here comes a little bit of a flood. That should take care of it. Watch the water, and it overflowed the far ones, but that's okay. I'm back to wondering about putting a district over here. I'm inclined to do so. Means we need to unpause the... Where would we say? Do I need to unlock? Oh, I need to unlock the... I have to unlock the district crossing, which is 600 science. It's nice that it lets you take a look at the building before, but well, that's a nice change. All right. As soon as we have 600 science, we'll probably unlock the district crossing. Oh, we overflowed by a lot of water. 1.1 days left in the drought. We are out of kohlrabis. Oh, there's nobody working in this building. What happened? Oh, we had a couple beavers die. All right, let's unpause these 2 breeding pods so we can start replacing the beavers who've died. Actually, we'll just unpause them all. Hopefully, when we get power, we'll be able to get the better food. Mangrove tree. Let's put a stair in there. And we will plant mangrove trees. What is your range? Guessing you'll be able to cover this entire area here. Plant this with mangroves. Go ahead and set this as a priority. Build. Dude will start planting mangroves. A little bit of water in. And set that back to you're at a 1.5. Okay. He will start planting mangrove trees, and then this gatherer will gather mangrove fruit, but that's going to take a while before it gets ready. Let's go to super speed. Okay, the drought is over. Means we should see. Yep, here comes the bad water. We'll want to capture this eventually. That's the long term, and then we'll use the bad water to power water wheels. Whoa, what happened there? Oh, regular water came through. Okay. Pause that. We don't want our beavers hanging out in the contaminated water. At least not until this slows down. Looks like we're good. Maybe. Nope. Not good. Definitely not good. Alright, let's send a little bit of water this way. Hopefully that will take pressure off the overflowing. Find out. Really can't afford for our beavers to get sick. Okay. Do have water going both directions. Under control now over here? No, we are definitely not under. Let us not sink. Go to that should Okay. We have 2 kits. We are starting to make a dent in our food, which is fine. You have some power. Up. And we are overflowing again. Hmm. Okay, we're going to put a second gate. Sending water that way. Really don't want a beaver to get contaminated. We don't have the infrastructure to deal with it. You know what we could do? Could we go ahead and go too tall? That'd keep the beavers out of the bad water. Although it does look like we've evaded the issue at hand. Generating not enough power relative to our demand. That's fine. That's what we're trying to fix here. Guess we could go ahead and put in big water wheel and just at least to get it started with some more power. Oh, we have enough planks to make it. Okay, so this is a priority build. And this is a priority build. Need to put one of those in. How am I getting the power into there? Do it right there. Okay. No. There we go. That is how we're going to. That goes there, that goes there. That will go there. Perfect. And what we're going to do is we're going to come over here just to make sure that that is now a low priority build. That should then force them to upgrade all of this. have 4 beaver children. Somehow we got back to speed 1. Seven open jobs. Oh, we have a whole bunch of beavers dying. Hopefully. Do we have food? We are getting in fermented cassavas. We do not have enough storage for fermented cassavas. Apparently we have somebody who's injured. Okay, we've got gears. Soybeans, berries. Cassava. All right, we do not have storage for fermented cassava, so we should do that. I want that there. No. I do. It's right there. So you're going to be for fermented cassava. We are starting to get planks in, at least. You don't have any logs, but that's okay. Nobody's working in the gear workshop, so keep our farmers planting. Do I have fermented? Why are we not making... Oh, we don't have anybody working in the fermented soybean shop. All right, we've hit 600. We're going to build a second or a district crossing. And next there. Perfect. Once we can put the second district, which is going to primarily be dealing with metal, at least initially. Put the second district. Tuck it in right there. And one of the first things this district will eventually work on is getting water. Go. Gonna take a while, but that's fine. And my chair is sinking. All right. Only a matter of time until the chair sinks again, but until such time. Hey, we got the power wheel up and running. It is producing 400 power. It's not connected to anything yet, but hey, at least we've got that. Hope they can reach those. Guess we'll find out. What mangrove trees are in? Does appear we have water. Well, I won't say under control, at least not surging. Why have you slowed down? Water physics. Water physics. Got them pumping water. Those tanks are full. Berries are not that big of an issue right now. What are we building? Up, good. We are building the connections to get this. This is not an optimal place for this. Actually, most of this is not an optimal place for this stuff, but we needed to get it built. Hey, we're connected. Where'd you go? We need to start cooking. We don't have canola oil. We can't do this yet. I haven't built a canola press. Whoops. And I don't have the science points to unlock it. Alright. What are we doing up here? Fermented soy. Okay, that's paused as well. We don't have the canola oil. Food continues to be, although we are collecting soybeans, so once we have canola oil, we need to plant canola. Oh, canola. How far can you reach? Okay, you can plant it. Please plant me some food. Your priority is for planting. Focus on canola. You have no job or no workers. I'm going to pause you. Be on wood. Doing okay on. I'm gonna go ahead and pause one of these. Hey, they're putting down canola. As soon as we have 125 science points, we're going to go ahead and unlock the canola or the oil press. Here we go. Look at, there's the animations of them chopping down trees. Oh, missed it. Somebody here chopping down. Oh. End of the day, so nobody's doing anything. We have 6 baby beavers. I want to say it takes 3 days for them to grow up. Might be wrong. going to be fermented soybeans. Have. Is actually successful. You did. You made it through that. You need to set dispatch to low priority so that they focus on any other building tasks you have. I'll set it back to 1 again. Plenty of water. Oh, the district. Oh, we have someone working it already. We're not ready for that yet. Yeah, I don't know what I'm storing yet. Oh, when we start doing canola, we're going to need a tank. Storage. You will for canola oil. Do I have gears? Okay, I do have some gears. Oh, I forgot to turn off the notification about music that we're not listening to. Hello, bot. Thank you for your stuff. No, you don't need to tell us about the music. We're not listening to you. Okay. We have a beaver who's injured. Fine. We at 125. We are at 125. So what was I going to build at 125? Oh, canola oil press. We need an oil press. It needs to be plugged in. We'll put it there. We'll put connect it to the power plant. Perfect. Not that we have canola yet. However, store canola here. Are we not storing regular fermented soybeans, ears, fava berries? Oh, we are. All right, we only have 3 open jobs, but we have a lot of stuff that's paused. And unpause that one. Yeah, food continues to be a real challenge. So you need to work on you need to do harvest plant, harvest cassava, plant. Okay. Plant there. Right. Those are not reaching. Bring in the foodstuffs. Bring somebody in to work canola. We don't have canola seeds yet. Okay, there's no point in having you do that. My bad. Pause that. Flag. 10 days until we start getting mangrove fruit. And we have a bad tide coming in. Oof. Oh, this is gonna be a little rough for us. Okay. Working on this now, so you're out of building projects, which is fine. Could maybe do some power over there, but I really think that long term I want us to tap into this bad water. You need to be fermenting cassavas forever, so that's going to be a priority job. How many cassavas do we have? Not a lot. Okay. We got this farmer's now focusing on canola. This one's focusing on cassava. Fine. All right, bad tide. How are we going to deal with this bad tide? We're going to have no backup water saved, which is fine. 2.2 days. We do need to let more water in here. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pause this one. Finish building that. We're going to force water down. go ahead and raise you to a 1. We're going to force more water down our main channel so that we can fill this area. We may see some minor flooding. Should now be overflowing over here. Calm down a little bit. As long as we don't actually flood our... Wow, we're down to... Alright, we probably have enough boards. Here's... Let's go ahead and preempt. Pause those. Are we making canola yet? No. We don't actually have canola seeds yet. It's fine. Although we may lose some of those. I don't. How's the water? Our water situation is good. I'll go ahead and intentionally flood. I want to force more water into this area here. Yep, definitely intentionally flooded. Alright, you have no canola oil, so no point in you working now. Okay. Well. Oh look, we have unemployed beavers. Think we'd actually ever see the day. Of course, I've paused like every building in the world. You can reach the Kasabas. Okay, good. Apparently, you need more to do, so we will tell you to plant more. Go forth and plant. .4 days on the bad tide. Okay. Go all the way down. Go all the way up. Oh no. At least I did that at night when nobody was working. Alright, bad tide has started, so you're... well... don't know. Oh, it does keep running during... okay, I think I couldn't remember that before. But we will get some water flow here. Not yet have canola seed. This is a 4-day bad tide. Small chance that we lose mangroves. Pause that. Give those beavers something to do. Here we come, boss. Do stay out of the water, please. All right. Yep, we've already dried up the mangroves. Okay, I was afraid of that. How long till they? 17 days. Okay, so they'll be fine. Where we're going to have problems is if the last bad tide is this part here takes forever to get cleaned up. All right. 3 unemployed beavers. Well... okay, let's unlock the builder's hut. At least it'll give us more builders to work on stuff. Although we... I don't know. I don't know how much they'll get to that. That's okay. We will employ us some... that would be a low priority job. But it will immediately employ those 3. There we go. You're running all the way down there just to build it, which means that in a second, everybody else will start bringing logs. Here comes all the dudes with the logs. Fine. How are we doing on food? We did lose some cassavas or canola to bad tide, but not a lot. All right, we will have canola in a day or so. Just in case. I'm sure that's not going to help. Oh, yeah, we're completely out of water. Is there anything we could do? Would kind of crazy. Then do that. Want that to be high priority removal. We're gonna put in a fluid dump. High priority build. Pause this pump. At least it will save my crops. We have enough planks. Build this fluid dump, please. Alright, now we have somebody working it. Means we really need to probably build more water tanks. How many gears do we have? 37. Storage. Build one more water tank. Let's do that. Put it. Yeah, put it there. Go there when I delete this gathering flag. Water. This hydrates. This water pump or dump will at least hydrate some of this crops over here. So, especially since we're living on the kohlrabi right now. Oh, we have canola. Okay. Hopefully we'll start getting... We have canola seeds. Okay, we can finally unpause this building. Start collecting canola oil, which then will get us into fermented soybeans. Eventually. All right. 0.7 days. So as soon as we get to like half day, I want to pause whatever we're building down here because we're going to have all that crazy flooding happening. In fact, I'm just going to preemptively pause this one. There we go. Look at that. Successfully undeaded the crops. I like undeading our crops. I feel extremely slow in this playthrough, though. Oh my goodness. All right, so in point two of a day, this bad tide will stop, and this will start filling up with fresh water. We're gonna have a real problem right here, but at least at the moment, we have some canola oil finally. Okay, bad tide is ended, so we should see. Yep, here comes the fresh water. All right, let that run for a little while. Hopefully, thin out that bad water. Guess they can unpause this for the moment. I got these ones. Cricket? Still contaminated. Done with that water dump. I can pause this water for the unpause that. Unpause the gears. If we get the population back up, we probably are going to want a hauling station. How are we doing? Still pretty bad. Five. Hopefully build this a little bit. Well, all right. Drop you down, force a bunch of water out. Does look like we've diluted a good chunk of the bad water. Not all of it. Most of it. I think that's diluted enough. Set you to 1.5. Set you up to pause. Oh, you're actually collecting canola oil. Amazing. Oh. Okay, here comes water. Five. Nope. 0.5. We had two on 0.5 if I remember correctly. Okay. Please don't contaminate. Like we survived. Mangroves back up. Water there. There we go. Oh. Well, hello, Raiders. Sniper Chris, thank you very much for the raid. How was everybody? Thank you, Call Me Vid. I feel raided. How's everybody doing this evening? We are struggling through the Meander map here in Timberborn. I have... They are, you know, this is my first, like, stream playthrough of Ironteeth, and I almost got wiped out. I got to the point where I'm surviving, but I am not thriving, if that makes sense. We are struggling with badwater for sure. Nice! Lakes is a good map. But I've been playing a lot of Folktales, so trying to get here and work through Ironteeth and learn a little bit about them. I had a solo world that I did okay with. Survive or thrive. I love it. I love it, Rolo. That is very true. I played on waterfalls with Ironteeth before the most recent update, or 2 updates ago, I guess. And I took off, and that map was so perfect. And then they changed Bad Tide, of course, and it really caused me some struggles. So I'm slowly working on trying to capture the Bad Tide over here. And it's going to be the main water wheels, at least for this group of Ironteeth people. And we'll see. But unfortunately, this is what's happening right now. We keep flooding, so I've stopped the build because I don't want my beavers to get contaminated at the moment. How does the good water mix downstream? So, good water, obviously, we know good water's coming through. You guys rated just after we had a bad tide. But here's the bad water source coming in here. And so it's mixing with the good water here. And then all of the water that you see, of course, it's becoming nighttime, but all of the water that you see from about here downstream is now a mixture. And it can still contaminate the beavers. So you'll see it's the reddish color. And contaminated beavers, unfortunately, at least for Ironteeth, the only way you can save them is with the decontamination pod. And I have not unlocked that yet. Yeah, absolutely bad news. You'll see all these trees here have died. Basically, anything you see here has died because this keeps getting flooded with mixed water, and so it's just killing all of the corruption, I guess, for lack of a better word. You can see where it's hitting. But then when the water overflows, it just covers this entire area. So I have this lone birch tree that has managed to survive. But this is what keeps happening. For some reason, and I don't know why, the water is surging. And I keep restricting the flow downstream. I'll find the balance eventually. Put a shrine at the solo birch tree. You're the only one to survive. All right, so I think I may have... Hopefully we've stopped the surging. I've read online that the surging has to do with water going over the dams. Thank you for the follow, Rolo. Appreciate it. But the surging has to go with water going over the dams because the dams are at 0.6. So water comes in here and then it flows over and then it tries to flood downstream. So I need to honestly redo a lot of this. But when I almost got wiped out, it was, okay, immediately plant all the plants, do everything that we can to do that. We're just now getting into canola oil, so we're getting fermented soybeans now. Is that what I'm making? Yeah, fermented soybeans. And then fermented cassavas are coming in as well. Sturgeon, like, no, not sturgeon. No fishing here. All right, call me vid. Yeah, I said, I have never, all the maps I've played on, I've never had this water surging problem. I think I got it under control now because I'm releasing in both directions. But it's making building here really, really hard because I'm really afraid of the beavers getting contaminated. Water physics is a bit syrupy. You get lumps after choke points. Makes sense. What I probably need to do is replace these here with floodgates. Initial release after drought. No, it's weird. So I don't know if you saw when the raid first came in here. Oh, see, like these guys are going to get contaminated. So you see how the water just keeps going? I haven't touched anything on the water, but the water keeps going up and down and up and down. So hopefully this is mixed enough that they're not going to get contaminated. But you'll see here now we're essentially at like 50% of the block, or maybe 60% because of the dams downstream here. But the water keeps coming down. So like we're going to have a surge here. See how the water has dropped down? It's going to surge back up here in a second. It's just weird. There it is. See how it now, boom, bunch of water just came through. Too many restrictions on my last dam. Oh, of here? Or up here? Which one? If it's this one, I need to replace these two. That's probably a good point. I mean, that will stop the surging for now. But yeah, you're right about these two. In fact, I meant to do that during the last drought and forgot. But either way, I think once this is built, all the bad water will from the bad water source. And as you can see, I'm starting to work it up to too high. And then this will become essentially the power station for this one. Main source of water in the map entrance fixed. Yeah, well, I don't know if what you mean by fixed, but this is the water source for this particular map. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 8 sources. As you can see, I've started laying out a second district, but I haven't transferred any beavers there yet. Of the water? I'm not sure. I have not unlocked the water meter or water gauge yet, do I? Could do that. I have not actually ever unlocked this thing. How would I build it? Where would I build it? Down here? Honestly, don't know how to use it. There is one bad water rock at the top of the hill. Here? Are we talking about this one? Oh, yeah. That bad water source. Yep. That's what we're getting ready to start blocking in. That's what all of this work here is for. So that all of the bad water will come down just this single channel. But I'm going to have to double these up at some point. Yeah, every single water source. So I don't know exactly what it is, but each one of these has the same flow rate. So when it turns on after a drought or after a bad tide, all 8 of them will push the same amount of water out. I have planks. Oh, I'm out of planks. Unpause, please. Which means that we don't have enough power, even if I wanted to, because you guys have... Why has everything slowed to a crawl? This is how much each map can be very different. Water sources versus terrain versus starting spot. Oh, for sure. Actually, those 8 don't have the same output. Okay. Well, I know this one's constricted, but I thought all of the water had the same output. It needs 3 wide to not overflow. There's 4 there. I know we have multiple conversations going. Doing any floodgate thing. Oh, I will raise this back up to force a little bit more fresh water into here. Now that we've... Yeah, see, now it's... See, there we go. It's flooding again. Yeah, it's definitely... It's... I'm causing the... I am 100% causing this problem in some way. So... Pretty much modified to any string. Each red wire needs 3 wide. Oh, okay. So, did they change the output? Because when I was doing... Hold on. When I was doing the waterfalls map, which I'm going to load up real quick, I have 1 or 2 bad water sources going through 2, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm really afraid that... All right, so this is... I have not played this map since the last 2 updates. But I've got all of the 2 sources of bad water are being restricted here by... there's a 3 wide dam there, but then all of the water is essentially in a 2 wide channel. And you'll see that it's... I mean, I'm producing about 5,800 power. And then eventually it just goes off the map. When I last played this save, I was waiting for this bad water here to evaporate. I've got bots working on clearing the metal here, so there's no risk of contamination. But this save went super fast for me. I mean, you can see it's a much bigger map. It's the waterfalls map, and when I started this other one, because I only have ever shown this a couple times on stream. I've never actually Ironteeth. I've never actually played that map on stream, but that's kind of what I'm basing my understanding of Ironteeth and then the badwater. No, it doesn't impact the buildings other than flooding. It could flood just like a regular. But what it impacts is the beavers. Okay, so like here's an example of an unwell beaver. So this beaver is contaminated because he was basically working down here when the bad water overflowed. So he's now sick. Do I have any other ones or just the one? Oh, it's just the one. Okay. So he is eventually going to become very sick, and the only thing that he's going to be able to do is eat, work, and sleep until he's healed. So the way that a lot of people deal with that is they would transfer him here to this district, and they would forget about him. I'm not a huge fan of doing that. However, I have. I'm certainly not going to pretend like I haven't. But he is essentially a drag on resources until he can be healed. And he cannot be healed until... where is it? Okay, decontamination pod. So a decontamination pod requires planks, metal, and extract. And then extract requires the centrifuge, which then requires bad water to turn it into extract. So I am, in this save, I am so far from being able to a water wheel in the chaos water is the same water wheel in the regular water. It is. The water wheels are all affected by CFM or is it C? What do they call it? CFM. I think it's CFM. Yeah, CMS. Cubic meters per second. So it doesn't care. The water wheels don't care what kind of water they're getting. Like, we're about to get another surge, by the way. I don't know if you saw how all the water wheels stopped. So, and the only thing I did differently was I raised one of these. So let me send more water downstream. But it doesn't care as long as you get good flow. And then if you can constrict with the Ironteeth double water wheel, if you can constrict it to a 2-wide path, you're going to get maximum CMS. And then these will generate about 500 per. Although that one's flowing backwards for some reason. But okay. And we'll have another surge here because I just changed the water upstream. So, well, we can get you the stair lift, but we pay for it. Pay for our youth in Asia. We can even see the split you want working now, though. Yeah, it will. Yeah, it for sure. Because the bad water is definitely going to hug the coast here, and I probably should move this wheel in. That's probably not a bad idea. But we're going to continue to see. Let me go ahead and pause that. Now that I've sent that, but as soon as we can get this bad water under control, I think this save is going to be in a much better place. But yeah, there you go. See, look at that. It's... Yep, get back over there. Please don't get contaminated. Like I said, I've read that it's from the dams. And it's probably right here. Let me go ahead and replace these with dams. We can see the split working now, though. Cool, though. Thanks. Maybe corrupted water would degrade buildings on it. Yeah, that's reasonable to think. It's at this point, the corruption only really kills your plants. It's good to know there is a cap. Yeah. And I might be, like I said, I might be causing it. I'm letting 6 things of water in, and then I was restricting it to 4 here. So that might have been what it is this was filling up, and then it was pushing back. But we'll try that. Yeah, at the moment, it's fine. I guess we can unpause that for now. But yeah, we do have this beaver here who's going to become sick here in the not too distant future. We currently have 32 beavers. This flood wall to capture that corrupted water is super cool. Oh, well, thank you. That's absolutely inspired from the waterfalls map. pause that. Just because I was getting that 5,000. That was before, though, the most recent patch. Well, 2 patches ago. The one from today or yesterday didn't really have any major changes. But when they changed it so that bad water sources dry up in a drought, that other map I was playing, basically all of that is great when the bad tide is running, but it's now useless during a drought until I get... Oh, what do they call it? Nope. Nope. Is it underwater? Yeah, the bad water discharge. So that is what would allow bad water to run 24/7. You can, in a sense. So the centrifuge will take bad water. So it'll take 4 bad water and a tenth of a log. And in 75, or excuse me, 3/4 of an hour, it will convert it into extract. And then extract is used in the decontamination pods, but extract is also used in making TNT. Well, double and triple strength TNT requires extract. And then I don't think it requires it for the... No, it doesn't require it for the explosives factory, so... but that... So, and then the TNT is different now, so you have one TNT, or one block TNT, that just does what traditional TNT does. So it blows up one... Is it... Oh, okay, I have never done soil... terraforming station. Okay. Yeah, I've never done anything with the dirt. But then they have 2 strong TNT, which will destroy 2 blocks, and then a 3 strong TNT, which oddly enough will let you destroy 3 blocks. They've added irrigation barriers, so stop soil irrigation and contamination from spreading. I have not played with this yet, but the idea here is that it should keep the contamination. So in theory, I could come over here and say, if I build one of those here, it would prevent the contamination from extending, hypothetically. They're a bit weird, I bet. I read the description of them and I didn't understand. And then the Folktales version looks even more confusing. Okay, so we have our first beaver who's contaminated. So a couple things for those that haven't seen it. So his portrait changes. So you can see the poor guy is not looking too hot. He gets a -6 for well-being because contamination is -10. And so he can't work, and he's an extremely slow-moving beaver. So he will do nothing until fever status. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. But he will do nothing until he's healed or he passes away. So like I said, that's why a lot of folks would come over here and they would say, migrate population. And in District 2, I want all contaminated beavers to come over here where they would subsequently starve to death. I'm not pulling the trigger on that because Jadara would kill me. However, we have done that in other playthroughs, to be quite honest. Wow, we have no well-being. What is going... Oh, that's that district. Whew. Yeah. I just... And I don't have the resources to unlock... Until I get this project and where I can get more sustainable power, I really don't have the resources to unlock anything. And then once this is done, this is all going to start flooding here, and I'm going to have to build this up probably to too high. So... Yeah. When they first released Badwater, they kind of suggested that's what you do when you get a contaminated beaver. But essentially, he will eat, sleep, and drink. Although it looks like we are not keeping up with the fresh water. That's okay. Yeah, so my thought on this is that early contamination is very brutal. Because of the restrictions to get to it, because to get to a centrifuge, you've got to have metal. And in order to really truly have metal, you need to have where is it? There it is. You need to have, a fairly sustainable source of metal, which I have. I mean, I've got this one over here. And I've started planning out that district. And then I've got all of this up here, which is great. I mean, this map has a ton of metal. And I probably could build some more pods and get people up here. But the problem is I keep running out of food. Although it looks like we're in a good place right now. Yeah, we're finally in a good place with food. Well, that's good to see. Pause that. But I just need more beavers. So yeah, I probably should build... Let's put on a couple more breeding pods. But well, yes. And in Folktales, they changed it, though. So it used to be you had decontamination pods on both Folktales and Ironteeth. They did change it. Absolutely. Call me Vid. You're welcome to make suggestions. Ironteeth is not is something I'm not super knowledgeable about. But I have no issues with suggestions. No guarantees I'll do it. But I have no problems with suggestions. I keep an eye on the breeding pods. Yeah, I got overwhelmed with babies. At one point I had to pause everything because I had no food. They directly control your max population. Yeah. Yeah, I've got 6 beds right now. So hopefully I can get up to 40, and then I can pause some of the pods. I don't want to micromanage them, but I know that you can certainly micromanage the pods. Best way to think of them is at start, one pod is... Oh, really? Okay. Well, then I probably don't need these right now. I didn't realize it counted to 10. It just feels like I'm falling behind. When I ran out of food, I of course paused them. After 7 happiest, it's 12 per pod. Oh, okay. I didn't realize it went that way. Okay. That's good to know. Are we getting a surge again? No. Okay, it's just the nighttime. Does seem like the surges have calmed down. I think we've opened this up, probably helped. I'm not ready to raise that gate, though. I've got enough water coming through right now. How are we on wood? Good. Soybeans are good. Robbies are good. Oh, no, you're good. Probably, but I was just kidding when I said I no guarantees that I would do that. But no, I didn't realize that it was, well, at this point, I'm at 9 well-being, so it would be 12 to 1. So that's a pretty good place to be. this right here, these are mangrove trees. So they can be harvested for 2 wood, or what, more importantly, they can be harvested for 4 mangrove fruit. Mangrove fruit is one of the nutrition items for Ironteeth. So you have the kohlrabi as the base level. This is the up here. Mangrove fruits is your second one here, and you'll see they've got, you can actually see the fruits on the trees. There's oddly enough 4-ish fruits per tree. The next thing you have for food, you have hydroponic gardens, which grow mushrooms and algae. And then you have the food factory, which will take corn, eggplant, and algae and convert them into food product. Okay. 5 berry bushes, got it. Yeah, I've got plenty as far as berry bushes are concerned. The beaver working the mangrove fruits is also working my berries. Yeah, they completely reworked in update 4. They completely reworked all of the food for Ironteeth, so they're now 100% unique. And then just like folktales, you know, as you move your way down here, they're worth more well-being. So corn and eggplant and algae, and then of course, oh, the last one is coffee. So there is now coffee in the game, and that requires a coffee brewery, which requires glimmering panks, gears, and metal. But that will perk up everybody's day. No, they don't get... Folktales cannot have a eggplant parmesan, but they have the best thing in the world, which is, of course, maple pastries. So I think that Folktales make up for... we are definitely starting to see the water flow here nicely through this channel. So we're starting to make some progress there. We can we do not have enough plagues to build another one of these right now. But, although it looks like we're about to get another surge, so maybe it isn't fixed. The water just stopped again. Drought in 3 days. Good news is we'll be able to make some serious progress here when the drought hits, because I'm going to have to pause all of these buildings, which means all of these workers can become available as construction people. Coffee does not count as food or water. Yes. It's just a well-being bonus. But maple pastries are great. You can still get a tapper here. But the only thing that they can gather is pine resin, and the pine resin is used in the glimmering planks. Coffee is the books of the hippies. Yeah, there's no maple pastries at all in the Ironteeth. So the easiest way to think about it is the eggplant in a lot of ways, or the coffee, depending on how you look at it, has replaced the maple pastries. Okay, so we'll be okay here for water. This will keep us hydrated during the drought, so I'm not worried there. Coffee has replaced books. Okay. Yeah, so eggplant is the equivalent of probably maple pastries, and then coffee replaces the books. Coffee is planted by your forester. Oh, there it is, coffee bush. These guys are working their way through here. I count it as a win that I only ended up with one contaminated beaver through all that, to be honest with you. Fermented soybeans would be the closest equivalent, I suppose. Maybe. When I look at it just from like where it falls on this, I always kind of think of this as like the progression on well-being, and somewhere around here. So I refuse to say that algae rations are the equivalent of maple pastries because it's just not the same. Oh, I guess I could put a campfire in. I haven't done that yet. Oh, I need to unpause you. You're probably running low on water. Oh no, you're fine. Okay. Yeah, I started playing at Update 3, and then Update 4 came out, and they completely changed Ironteeth. I started playing a little bit of Folktales there, and then like Experimental 5 came out, and I was like, oh, I should get back into it. And then I did a Folktales playthrough very early in the update, and I almost died more times than I care to admit. 1.7 days. And I was like, I don't want to die anymore. Two updates behind, 20 hours into Folktales, like 4 weeks after buying the game. When I saw this game on Steam, I went, that looks like a very interesting... You can go do something else. Concept. And I was like, but I don't know. That's not the type of game that I would normally play, although I like city builders. And then I went ahead and was like, you know, let's pull the trigger. Let's see what it's like. How are we doing on oil? Okay, we're good. And I just became addicted, like, right away. I was like, oh, beavers. And then you got bots. I was like, really? You can play robot beavers? I'm like, what? At this point, 200, why was so much? Oh, the water physics are incredible. Although, as you can see, I'm still struggling with some of the stuff because the flooding was a real issue. Once this badwater's contained, I think the flooding is going to be less of a concern. And then we'll just have to, and just manage the badwater. As long as I don't contaminate any more beavers, I'll be happy. How's our power right now? 400. Yeah, it's not great right now. Until we get this started, this flow fixed, it's not going to be. One day till drought. Just feel like things are a little better place, though. How far away? The beavers that are brave enough to climb that mid-dam staircase while supplies on their back are extra. Deserve an extra campfire. Yeah, we can build a campfire during the drought. Oh, this update added. See if I can show you. No, they're collecting logs. There's now an animation for the beavers chopping down a tree. Here we go. Oh, there's planting. No, someone chopping down a tree. Yep, there it is. So there's now an animation of them actually chopping the tree down. So you see them chewing it. The tree is actually shaking. Nope, not anymore. As of the update that came out today. Yeah, it's actually pretty funny. The way they describe it in the patch notes are all of the developers can now take a break. But All right, so they are cruising along. This is a very long walk for these guys, though. Oh, yeah, for sure. It just makes you feel engaged, I guess? No, that's not the right word. Immersed. Immersed. And thank you, Call Me Vid. I do see now that we are making positive progress on the babies. And we're down to 4 beds. I was just impatient. I just needed to wait it out a little bit. Oh, drought. Oh, no. I got sidetracked. Oh, well. It's fine. They've got plenty of water in there. So now we have essentially no concern with bad tides, so these guys will start working. We've got an 8-day drought. Water wheel is turning backwards. Sure. Pause. Okay. Haulers get the little high vis vest. Builders get the hat. Oh, yeah. Although, speaking of haulers, we can put down a hauling post and use some of these resources while we are at a priority, low priority job. While we have all of our infrastructure. Why is this rotating? And what's demanding power? Oh. Pause. That should not be moving. So it's not that bad. I've got a lot of water right here. So I'll release little bits and pieces over time. If the mangroves dry up, they take 17 days to actually die, so it's not a big deal. I've got backup water over here, just keeping this area hydrated. Not that I need it, but this debris was here, so essentially it was free. This is just on a normal difficulty, so on hard, you could have like 30-day droughts. You would need a lot more water. Because alternately, if you wanted to be completely crazy, you could build up this area here with levees, and this could become a giant dam. Because you've got the natural dirt and everything over here. And then you've got the elevated areas here. Yeah, this isn't a perfect thing, because in a perfect dam, these would be down one. I would blow this up, and there would be a 3 tall levee here. Because their water... hold on. Turn off the water. So you'll see... Oh, no, I guess that's okay. Where was it? Oh, no, it does take all the water. It's this way. So if I want to release the water this way, I have to blow this up and change these to 3 tall. I don't have to, I guess, but... I don't know that I changed a setting. Hold on. I know I unlocked the camera so it doesn't snap back. Could possibly be UI scale. Or they changed it in an update. Yeah. Oh, they changed it. That's possible. Oh, there we go. Tree is shaking as he's chewing it down. Same with the oaks. But you need to replant. You can pause. Add a little bit of water. Enough. See, it's gonna surge here, then it'll throw over the top of those dams and back up in here a little bit and evaporate eventually. This should not be turning. That's gotta be a bug. No water flow. Weird. Thanks for showing us your main water control. Oh yeah, happy to. A bad water mitigation strat? Sure, go ahead. So you see the dam block to, excuse me, so you use the dam block to slow surge force. Is that the same as bank as a 0.5 adjustable gate? So no, a dam block is approximately 0.6. The water has to get up just over half and before it will overflow the dam. But like I said, I read on either Reddit or on the Timberborn Discord. I don't know which one it is. That what'll happen is the water will reach that limit and then just like, boom, a bunch of water will push over. And so then it surges into this area, which then fills up this area and then boom, surges into this area. So it's just kind of this compounding problem. So I could replace these with floodgates at 0.5. And I think that fixes some of the surging. I think. But you'll see here, I mean, it was enough of a surge that it filled up this entire area. So it's now hydrating it, but it's not actually doing anything. Well, yeah, the dam block is, I mean, it's early. It's the first thing you can really unlock because you have to buy levies, right? So, you know, it gives you about, you know, like I said, it's, I think it's estimated at 0.6, or it probably is 0.6. I think someone probably went into the code because this game can be modded. But you'll, even if you look at it, you can kind of see, okay, this is full height. This is kind of where it will eventually start to overflow the block. Yeah. But I'm pulling water out of here, so eventually this is going to dry up, and then I'll just let more water out to... if I wanted to, I could remove these dams and put in platforms, and then this area here essentially becomes one big dam as well. Is it 0.75? Okay. For some reason, I thought it was 0.6 something. Oh, it used to be 0.69. Okay. Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. This is actually, for me, one of my worst cities. Here, you want to see my other folktales, Rolo? I can actually show you. Let me save this real quick. Save. Waters of Mars. So this is my first update 5 playthrough. I haven't touched it since the most recent patch. Well, two most recent patches. This has got a giant dam. So this playthrough, I got wiped out by badwater 3 or 4 times. So this was my original colony. Apparently I'm in a drought. But this is my original colony. And all of these trees got destroyed like 3 or 4 times. So the water sources here in this map is right here. So you'll see I think it's also, yeah, it's also 8. As you can see, I've built a giant dam. One thing to note about water sources here, they will not flow backwards right above the water source because you can't build on top of a water source. So you'll see here, it looks like the water would flow off the map, but it won't. But, you know, obviously I have to have this here because, you know, if it enters any of these spaces, it will just immediately flow off the map. But this is a big giant dam for this area. I've got the maximum size floodgates, and then I have a secondary dam here. And this is the 3rd level, but this was the first dam I built. I just never destroyed it. This is the Farquad district, so this is where all of the contaminated beavers go. As you can see, there are no resources or anything there. When bad water happens, I close off this dam and I let it just essentially flow all the way this way. I could... a technique that some people use is they'll put floodgates here, and they would put floodgates here. So rather than have the bad water flow all the way across the map, they would just essentially close these floodgates, open these, and then bad water would come in and immediately exit. So just like a big U-turn, which is a good strategy. And then the bad water flows down here where I thought I had a bad water source over here. I do. Hold on. Where is it? Okay. So there's one bad water source on this map here, which then flows off the edge. This is a very big map, by the way. And then there is this one, which I started taming, but then they changed the mechanics of bad water. So in the previous update, this would run even during a drought. So I was getting ready to put water wheels all along here. So you can see it kind of... and I was going to put a stream gauge in. That was my first stream gauge that I'd ever unlocked, which hasn't been built yet. This is maple. This is where I get my maple syrup. This is where I get my chestnuts, and this is where I get my pine tar. This whole area is just solely for tree-related stuff. Water farming. We did unlock, so I guess I have been on here post-update. I have unlocked the new large water pump. So the new large water pump will give you 5 water for 3 beavers. So it's way more efficient. So this one here, you figure, is 1 water from 1 beaver. This one gives you 5 water for the same amount of work. Yeah, that Super Kiz explained his change in the bad water. Got it. So this was another bad water source that I did tap into. And so you'll see here, it was coming down and I was powering 5 water wheels. This was inspired by that other map I showed. But so this was a permanent power source. So I had a little bit of stuff over here. But obviously it's changed. So that's not a thing anymore. My main power plant is windmill based now. Or, well, when the water's not running. So these buildings will get some power, but not very much. I'm trying to think. I have all these really giant storages that we're starting to fill up. Oh, this was here because it used to be this bad water would flow back in here and contaminate all of my stuff here. So I've had to build these to stop that. But that's not an issue anymore. During a bad tide, it would be, though. Yeah, so this is the original channel here. I didn't dynamite any of this. So these are bad water pumps just to fill up this bad water. The bad water is then converted in the centrifuge here to extract. And these buildings are very, very far away from the district, by the way. 76 blocks. We did get dandelions were added back in the game for healer, so I did plant dandelions here. But this is the healer. So folktales can heal very, relatively speaking, very easy. It just takes berries and dandelions to create an antidote. It's different story in the Ironteeth. Levees in the lake bed. Oh, over here? Yeah, so this is to increase the cubic feet per minute. So the water here flows down. I constrict it to 1 block here. I'm also tapping it for pumps, so that takes a little bit of the flow away. It then comes across this one. I then constrict it to 1 block again. And then it comes down here across these 4. The performance here is actually pretty poor. I finally have a purpose for berries. Yeah. But you reach a point. So I think early game for folktales, it'll be really good. But it reaches a point like right now, unless I do something stupid, which don't get me wrong, I've done some pretty stupid things. There's a very low chance that my beavers are going to get contaminated. I did start to build this area here. This was going to be my new power plant. So I was getting ready to constrict this flow here into probably 2 channels. And so these guys are starting to build up all of this. So this was going to end up being a 2 tall water source. So we were going to have this one feeding this one. And then we would release down 2 channels. And this was going to become the new power plant to replace this hot mess over here. And then we were going to put... I was going to put... Oh, what was I going to do? I think it was windmills over here. Honestly, don't remember. It's been a while since I played this one. Okay, well, I'm in a drought right now. However, as it stands right now, so I've gone ahead and unpaused. Before the drought, I filled all this up. So you'll see it's actually pretty close. I closed these ones off. This area here is where my water farming is, as well as my main water source for the main colony, as well as the water source for the secondary colony. And then the water source here, this is built in advance of me flooding this area. So like this Lido will go eventually, but all of this was going to essentially become an additional block higher. So there's not a whole lot of water flow happening right now. But then when it's normal operations, the water comes here, comes into this area, comes down here, and then exits here. And that's what provides the flow over there. And then I have a little bit of water that exits here. Gets stored here. But like I said, during a bad tide, all of this is opened up. So all of this just allows the bad tide to flow off the map down here. But this is the maple syrup. Like I said, this is where we've got lots of water storage. I've got... okay, I started storing bad water here, but there's none flowing right now. Big old water tank there. I'm trying tried to have a lot. Maple syrup here. At one point, maple syrup was being harvested over here. But I'm in the process of converting all of these trees to oak. So as these trees get chopped down, they get converted back to oak trees. Sorry, it's been a while since I played this map. I'm trying to remember where everything is. So I've got the Lidos over here. So I dynamited all of this out to always keep some water in here. So that's all been dynamited out. This is the absolute bottom of the map, by the way. I can't go down any further than that. Bubbles. They did say they added some animations here, so that's cool. Excuse me, my chair is sinking again. Poor gas cylinder is leaking. But yeah, so this was I played a whole bunch of this. If you actually want to watch my VODs, they're on YouTube. But this whole playthrough, I mean, all of it, unedited VODs are on YouTube. But I'm almost out, like this metal is really starting to get used up. It's a huge map, by the way. Save. I did make changes. Let's hit save. To Ironteeth. But you can play some old saves in the new Badwater, but it's really recommended to start a new map if you end up doing update 5. It's still bothering me that that's rotating. But anyways. So these dudes are making some progress. It's going to be slow going because there's only so many beavers that can come in at a time here. So. That makes sense. Hold on. Get up to speed 2. I could go warp speed, but I always somehow manage to cause an accident on speed 3. I'm really thinking about whether I should create a path this through here. Don't know if it'd save any time. Probably wouldn't. Oh, I have 845 science points. We are going to have to get the planks going here real soon. How many planks is a big water? 80. Okay, we can't even afford that. Guess I could make more inventors. I really want to get the resource or the power to get a number cruncher, though. Expensive, but basically 10 science every hour for 500 horsepower. That's really, really nice. Oh, I feel so much better now that we're in a positive place when it comes to the food. Somebody. All right, let's let some water in. Like the water over here is very, very low now. So if we go ahead and we're going to let in a little bit more. That should... Yep, see, here comes the water. fairly low. There we go. We still have water in here to release as the drought continues. I dread the moment they implement the mosquito update for stagnant water. Why are you not working? Oh, there's nothing for you to do because we're full. Can you harvest something else? No. There's nothing, literally nothing else for you to harvest. Okay. Let's build some more storage. How would we get up there? Here and you will be furthermore cassava. I know it's staring me in the face. More kohlrabi, sorry. And you are cassava. You can't get up there, boss. I know. Okay. We will build you a path. There you go. Mega happen. And then this is an emergency water dump. So the last bad tide, I ran out of water here, and so I put this in just to keep these crops hydrated. They seem to have the tech to determine if CMS flow is 0 for a while. Yeah, I don't understand why that's running backwards. It's hydropower. They are organized industrial materials, cooking supplies, food. Yeah, no. Smart beavers. Kind of makes you wonder what us poor humans, because we contaminated the water. We left all of our metal structures just everywhere. We can probably build. What was I saving the science points for? I don't remember. Let's put another lodge in though. Gave beavers opposable thumbs. Yeah. That's too far away, right? But yeah. We're not building it. That's got to be too far away. But this is extremely far away from the beavers here. But let's get them cracking on that. Now they just need the tunnel update where the beavers can tunnel through the earth. Wish there was a way. Is there a way for me to get... Could go over the mountain. Hey, there's a contaminated guy. We could go over the mountain and try to just bring the supplies in this way. Kind of crazy, but done crazier things. We could stair step down. Is it worth the effort? Well, we got to get up here eventually anyway, so it might be worth the effort just to get up there. I was hoping floodgates that open at the bottom, not top, but I don't think the game is set up for it. Same as like Cave of Water on Salt. Yeah, apparently there was a bug. At one point in time, you could build a wall of levees with a floodgate or a dam Stare down on the floor and path along the waterbed. Oh, go from this side? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm really afraid of contaminating more beavers. But the reason I'm saying come up here is I think that at some point we're going to want to put the thing that allows the water to run all the time. We're low on water again. Okay, so 2.5 we go. 1.8 days. So we're fine from a drought perspective. This drought. Oh, you're fine. I'm not stressed about people throwing out ideas because half the time I'm not even going to pretend like I know everything about this game because I don't. Tempted to stare down here though, because I think if I come up here and were to do that, this would be much faster and it would keep the beavers out of harm's way, since they can build infinitely down. Don't think I have the planks for this. We'll find out. Here come all the beavers. Imagine if you could tunnel a freshwater source under a mountain. Yeah. Like I said, I was gonna want to come up here eventually anyway, so I don't mind building this staircase, but the question then becomes, well, we could then harvest metal off of this. That's a good thing. By the time we were to build all this, they're going to probably have most of this built. Drought's over in 1.1 days. Could destroy this water wheel and rebuild it here. But until we channelize all of that bad water, I don't. Do you mind toggling supply view for a bit as you view my city? Oh, you mean supply view? This? Storage view. Okay. Yeah, I learned that if you click on the road, you can see how far away from the district center all of your buildings are. That was something I learned recently. I was like, oh, why are all the buildings different colors? But, you can see, like, how far away. Like, this is just very, very far. It's 99 blocks away from district center. Yeah, I'm about as disorganized as they come when it comes to this sort of stuff. Oh, wow, we filled up. Look at that. We filled up the Kasabis and the Karabis, like, immediately. That's cool. Probably do the same thing with the soybean. All right. Drought's basically over. We're going to go ahead and preemptively pause any more building right now. until I make sure that we don't have any bad water overflows here. Why are none of your buildings red in that view? Almost all of mine are. Well, I almost died a couple of times in this map, and I've been very hesitant. It's a small map. I think that's part of it, but I just need, honestly, I just need to get, okay. We need planks, so let's get the planks unpaused. We need food, so we got to get food. We're going to need oil. All right. The 6 jobs should be, 5 of them are coming from the hauling post, and the other one should be from, it's not the builder's hut. I was expecting it to be the builder's hut. What are my 6 jobs? Hauling post was 5. Oh, only 1 worker and then one at lumber mills. Okay. Why? Oh, because it's set to low priority. No, lumber mill is not low priority. I love the fact that these are working with this backwards. All right, here comes the bad tide. And here comes the water. We're going to see a flood, but now I need to adjust. I'm going to set those there to let some of the water out. Is there anything that helps you? DC. District Center. As long as those storage pop-ups don't bother you, it helps a bunch. No, that's fine. Doesn't bother me at all. I don't usually play with them because I generally know what I was thinking, but I get what you're saying. This was my early game. Oh my god, I'm almost out of logs. And then I was literally destroying buildings in order to get logs. And then I accidentally destroyed my storage building with no logs. So therefore I couldn't pick up the logs from all the buildings I just destroyed. I was like, oops. Here. Am I gonna need, at some point we're gonna need gear, so let's get him working. Start seeing flooding. So that's working, it's just really slow. In a perfect world, we'd have a levee across these 2 blocks. Yep, there's that flooding again. Do that. We just... What we should do... Go ahead and build this too high. And then that way they can walk across it without being contaminated. I find it extremely useful in the beginning to make a tiny warehouse in a lumberyard just sit empty as an emergency. Yeah, I learned that lesson, that's for sure. I feel bad for the beavers who need to build the final levee blocks to contain the corrupted waterfall. They'll actually be okay, in theory. Since beavers can build infinitely down, as long as they're high enough up, the water, they won't actually touch the water. It'll be, I am constricting it to 1 block here, so it will have a lot of flow. So we'll see how that is. I might need to push this back 1. But I don't intend to put any water wheels here, so we'll see. think what I need to do, though, is... get rid of this road walkway for the moment. This is where we find out if I accidentally delete more than I intend to. We're going to go ahead and have them start building this system of levees too high, which means we are going to need to delete this platform for a minute. Put a levee in there. That's going to be first and foremost. Restore our power. Yeah, see, we're going to flood again. Oh, nope. Now it's back low again. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Don't understand. All right. Build those. And what we're going to do is we're going to say, you dudes come across right there. Go. And let us start building levees. Yeah. All of there, all the way there, there. This will make it so that they don't get contaminated. That needs to go. There we go. And then we'll restore the road. Put a road there just so we can make sure they do that. Now, realistically, I should build levees here. And there. Not there, but eventually here, but we're gonna wing it and hope that nobody gets contaminated. It's 7 logs. Being able to pick up logs is helpful. Oh, they're not swimming to build it. I feel better now. Ocean poop. Yeah, I'm not sending. I'm not sending my beavers into contaminated water. I am very unhappy that I have a contaminated beaver. I was trying so hard. I don't. That's why I kept pausing. The building whenever we were between seasons, because I was trying my best, because I honestly have no way of healing them, and it's frustrating to me. It's 2 tiles high, so it should be okay. I think so. How much does that jigsaw like hurt the flow rate? It should be okay, because the big water wheel's too wide, so as long as all of the water is flowing across, like across the paddles, it should be fine. It's like with this one here, ideally we'd have 2 levees here, and it would force all of the water across this wheel. But this was I say temporary. This was a temporary solution to I needed more power because I didn't have enough. I mean, technically, right now I don't have enough. So, very inconsistent with the water flow right now. And we're flowing backwards again. But we should see a surge of water again any second. And there it is. I'll fix it later. It's here for now until to remember to get rid of it. I'm vastly underqualified in timber water engineer to weigh in here on the design choices, by the way. Honestly, it's a video game. I mean, at the end of the day, play it however you want. There is no right or wrong way. Is there a more efficient way? Sure. I could make a spreadsheet that tells me exactly how many kohlrabis I need to plant. And there are people that do that. And there are how many soybeans I need to plant, and, you know, so on and so on and so on and so on. And how much canola I need. And, you know, if I wanted 2 oil presses, exactly how many canola plants do I want to have? And that's fine, because that's so like Factorio and Dyson Sphere. You know, it's inspired by that kind of, I want to be efficient and everything else. I kind of go at it with, I want my beavers to be happy, so I'm going to do everything I can to try to make them happy. And it has taken me freaking forever on this map. And this map is known to be difficult. So, there we go. So I'm enjoying the challenge, but it's taking me a lot longer. So like, here we go. We're flooding again. I think I need to replace these dams. That's really what I need to do. That way the water comes in here. It would just keep this area full, and it would only have one set of dams to flow over. But then I risk stranding. How do I want to play this? Those peeps have entirely too much time on their hands. True. Well, thank you, Rolo. I appreciate it. You have dam tiles at the water wheels. They're not needed. Oh, here? Yeah. True. Why did I... Oh, I probably built that because I needed to build the water wheels, and I needed something to go there. I guess we can get rid of them now. But let's do so in a smart way. That way they can... I say that, and what was the first thing I do? I don't delete it over here. That was not a smart way. But we can replace that with that. Where did all of those logs go? They caused the backflip. True. Oh, you're talking about the moving them with other landscape blocks? Yeah. It's always fun to play the I'm gonna move everything across the map. It's all fine and good till you forget that you requested that you do that, and then you're like, oh, oops. They'll build that eventually. They're probably off here building all of this. No, that's done. Are you guys off? Oh, you're building all of these there first. They're going to do all this work first. That's fine. We'll make this platform a priority so we can start destroying these dams. I would delete the entire road, then push all the stuff to the edge where they can reach. In my mind, I have the thought that that I still want a crossing here. I don't know why. But yeah, you're right. Demolish. Yep. Okay. There we go. 97 logs and 3 planks. They'll recover those in time. The thought was originally this is where the large water wheel was going to go. Which I may still do. Go ahead and that. We'll just have to replace this platform here with a levee at some point. Why salvage what you can replace, humanity? Well, luckily our beavers are a little bit better than some folks who like to... How are we doing on... So why have we not moved up here? I really need to put a campfire out, so let's get that done. Why are we not... We have soybeans, cassavas, fruits. Okay, so we're doing everything we need to do, except for we don't have wet fur solved. Technically, we could create a trench that they could have to walk through, but... We could put showers in... That would require taking... No, there's no path there to water. This would actually be an okay place to put showers, but I would need to move this building. No, I don't. I could put stairs there and have the showers accessible there. Because this has water for a long time. Yeah, it's probably... Kind of out of the way, but you know what? They're not used to our craziness yet. Yes, I want you to unlock the double shot. Let's make it happen. There we go. Wet fur is easy. Campfire is easy. Overdue for actually giving these guys a place to have some recreation. Anyways. Oh, that one blocks it. Okay. Oh, nope, not there. Stupid easy buffs. You're talking about the... What are you talking about? I don't know. Water overview. Sure. The water comes in here. That's our main water. That's our fresh water / bad tide source. There's only one other water source on this map, and this is the one bad water source here. This is a relatively small map. This is just me storing water off to the side. You got a mine here. Well, underground ruins, sorry. But other than that, that's pretty much the extent of this map. This only has water in it because of overflowing, although it's... Now that we've destroyed this will eventually evaporate. Alright, let's go ahead and get this taken care of really quick. Levy in right. there. A hyper build. And high priority build. That should keep the bad water from flooding this area, maybe. Hey, we got showers. Decorations. Oh, okay. Like shrubs. That's only 20 research. Oh, wow. Lantern. Oh, roofs. Sure. Oh, we're running low on logs. Like, way low on logs. Okay. Whoops. Oopsie. Too much building. Not enough log cutting. I platform one high to the path between the houses and place the decoration there to hit the houses. Oh, so like... So like, these are the house rows. You would put like a platform here. Oh, okay. Like if I unlock the shrub. Essentially you're saying put a platform. My goodness. At their door, basically. And then I could put shrub on top, something like that. Don't gamify the shrubs. Just add some where you can. Okay. Hadn't thought about that. I know you can do the roofs, right? The roofs essentially hit the house. But I need planks for that right now, so it's not worth the investment. Not when I'm getting ready to potentially... Although we are getting up there on planks. But hopefully our... having unpaused all of those foresters, we'll start getting wood in here for too long. Or not foresters. You need to plant all the gatherers. The downside to my massive projects. Running out of wood. And actually, we can be smart about this. Let's put you up there. Probably need another water pump anyways. Actually, no, but we can pause one of these downstream pumps. Place it with that one. One roofed and one touch, so they overlap both buildings. Interesting. Oh, so by touching the building, I get it. I place 4 tiles so I can place one roof and one torch so they overlap both buildings. Haphazardly place everything. I hadn't actually thought of doing what this. That's interesting. It's a shrub purpose. Well, that got us between the wet fur and the shrub. We're now at 11 and the campfire. So we made a quick improvement to well-being. Oh, I forgot I had storage here for planks and gears. I built on top of it. Wow, logs. Of course, we have no haulers right now because that building has nobody working it. I'm betting we have nobody. Let's pause that building. That should force two. There we get 2 haulers, so that'll help us with the log situation. Oh, I'm going on 3 hours. It's time for me to wind down. I don't normally stream this long. Like I said, I like the hauler that always has a peep in it for early game. Yeah, definitely gonna make but I'm losing. Did we die? Okay, I did have 2 people die. 6 babies. Yeah, we are making progress though on the population. Now that food doesn't seem to be an issue, I'm in a much better place when it comes to the housing and everything. Oh, of course. Thank you very much for coming along with the raid and chilling and follow and everything. I certainly appreciate it. I know you came from Sniper's raid and then Call Me Vid. I think I've interacted with you before, Call Me Vid. I don't remember. I think you may have come from someone else's stream at some point, but I could be mistaken. But regardless, I appreciate the conversation. I am probably going to call it here. Let me see if there's anyone else that's doing Timberborn that we can send everybody off to. There is one other person. Thank you for the follow, Call Me Vid. There is one other person who is streaming. Let's see, they've got 5 viewers. Let me just make sure it's not a crazy... It's a VTuber, but they look like they're fine. So we're going to send the raid over to Nightbug08. Or send everybody over there who's playing Timberborn. So let me click the buttons and do the things. Start raid. Thank you very much for hanging out with me tonight. Glad you enjoyed the conversation. I certainly appreciated it. Probably we'll be back on Wednesday with more Timberborn. I feel like I'm in a good place with this save, so I want to try to speed it up and actually get into metal and start doing some of the later game stuff. So again, thank you very much for the raid from Sniper and the follows from Rolo and Call Me Vid. It's definitely appreciated. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night. So please say hello to Nightbug08. I do not know them, so hopefully they'll be surprised to have the raid. Anyways, have a great night. Take care.